So welcome to Psalm 83, which, being honest with you, is not an easy psalm. And there's much of this that I would feel uncomfortable praying nowadays. But I still think it's got some stuff in it that's helpful, and I still think there's some things in here that can teach us to pray. So shall we give this a whirl? Psalm 83. O God, do not keep silence. Do not hold your peace or be still, O God. For behold, your enemies make an uproar. Those who hate you have raised their heads. They lay crafty plans against your people. They consult together against your treasured ones. They say, come, let us wipe them out as a nation. Let the name of Israel be remembered no more. For they conspire with one accord. Against you they make a covenant. The tents of Edom and the Ishmaelites, Moab and the Hagrites, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, Philistia were the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also has joined them. They are the strong arm of the children of Lot. Do to them as you did to Midian, as to Sisera and Jabin at the river Kishon, who were destroyed at Endor, who became dung for the ground. Make their nobles like Oreb and Zeb, all their princes like Zebah and Zalmunna, or who said, let us take possession for ourselves of the pastures of God. Oh my God, make them like whirling dust, like chaff before the wind. As fire consumes the forest, as the flame sets the mountains ablaze, so may you pursue them with your tempest and terrify them with your hurricane. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek your name, O Lord. Let them be put to shame and dismay forever. Let them perish in disgrace, that they may know that you alone, whose name is the Lord, are the most high over all the earth. Sometimes I read a psalm and I don't naturally resonate with it, and this is one of them, but verses 3 and 4 did grab my attention. They made me immediately think of the persecuted church now. They lay crafty plans against your people. They consult together against your treasured ones. They say, come, let us wipe them out as a nation. We live in a time where there are over 200 million Christians who are persecuted. And 60% of those 200 million are children. People against whom nations and organizations and individuals plot. They say, come, let us wipe them out. In many parts around this world, being a Christian is tough. And so for me, this psalm reminds me of them and calls me to pray for them. But what do I pray? Well, many things, but there's some things in this psalm that I find helpful. Verse 1, O God, do not keep silence. Do not hold your peace or be still, O God. I want to pray that people will be aware that God's voice will be heard throughout the world, that his people are being persecuted. But also that the people who are experiencing that persecution would hear the voice of the Lord in the middle of it, that they would hear his love and his affirmation and his encouragement and his pleasure in them. That they would have access to the Bible so that they would hear him shaping them and speaking to them and being with them. There's this verse in verse 9, do to them as you did to Midian, as to Sisera and Jabin at the river Kishon. This is a moment in Judges 4 and 5 where Deborah is the judge and there's a war going on. But there's this one line where it said that God subdued Jabin. It's like God's hand came against him. It was like, no more, no more. And I think about some of the worst places around the world where Christians are persecuted, North Korea, Afghanistan, Somalia. And I think I want to pray, Lord, would you subdue them? Would you stand against those who are persecuting your people? Enough is no more. Enough is enough. Do to them as you did to Midian, as to Sisera and Jabin at the river Kishon. I'm not someone who believes we can pray for God to smite people, but I do believe we can pray for God's hand to come again, no more, and say no more. Then you have verse 16, fill their faces with shame that they may seek your name, O Lord. I think it's good that we would pray, Lord, would the persecutors see what they are doing? Would they see the pain that their actions are causing? And would that reality bite them in such a way that it would cause them to want to come towards you, Lord? And then the last thing I pray is this, verse 18, that they may know you, that you alone, whose name is the Lord, are the most high over all the earth. that the persecuted would know that Jesus is king over all this, but that the persecuted would also continue to have the courage to speak about their king, even to those who are persecuting them. Have a read and have a pray. God bless.